What is going on YouTube? Hey, back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Obviously, we're going to be continuing where we left off in the past couple of days. As you guys can see on the channel here, we've been pretty much tracking what appears to be some more descending symmetrical triangles. As you guys can see, the past 2 days, we've had this sort of symmetrical triangle form. We also had potentially a double bottom on XRP. You can clearly see is drawn on my thumbnail here. But besides XRP, every other cryptocurrency, including the S&P 500, has been showing signs of bearish correction pretty much on every single crypto. So within, this is Bitcoin and Ethereum here, we've had a major downtrend, a dump into the symmetrical triangle here, which ends very, very, very soon, as this is the 4 hour, and we're looking for that to happen very soon. So I made a video yesterday, which is talking about less than 24 hours, and truly, I believe in less than 24 hours, we are going to see a pop in some sort of direction that could very easily happen today within this symmetrical triangle. And to show you guys that, if you look at XRP here, sorry, not XRP. If you look at Ethereum and Bitcoin here, you can see there is literally no time left for crypto like this. Like, Bitcoin has no more room to move. You can see we're pretty much at, at wit's end. The end of this here is also 22 at about 4 or 5 p.m. here. So at some point, we are going to be completing this Bitcoin symmetrical triangle by the end of today. And by today or tomorrow, we are going to get some sort of answer in this little zone here. There's not much more room here, and we're going to have to make a decision. Are we going to be breaking up, or are we going to be breaking down? And that's what we are trying to figure out in today's episode. You can see Ethereum as well is pretty much at wit's end as well. You can see if I zoom in here, we don't have much more room to be moving up, and we don't have much more room to be moving down. We're at the end, and the end of this ends also today, closer to the end of today. At night, but regardless, there's not much room in between this for us to be trending in any sort of direction. So that's what we're going to be paying attention to today. With that being said, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. So guys, as most of you should know by now, I do have a second channel. We have 916 subscribers, on our way to 1,000, and trying to get this freaking channel monetized. Make sure to go check it out, and I know that not everyone has checked it out. Like I said, we're doing a giveaway at 916, so if you want to win that giveaway, this video could literally change that. Click and watch this video, comment, subscribed, and it's that simple. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a crypto coin display giveaway right here that you can see in the background of all of my videos. And I know that this video is going to get a couple thousand views, and we only have 190 views, which means you guys definitely did not watch it. So if you watch it and you click subscribe and we get to 1,000 subs, I will be doing a giveaway for one of these, which is over $150. So I'm going to ship it to you for free, and you can have one, which is freaking super cool if you ask me. Make sure to check this channel out. This video is doing pretty well. I changed the thumbnail because I think this looks a little bit better, but make sure to go check everything out down in the description below. But to dive into the into today's video, looking at the technical analysis, you can see top 10 cryptos, refresh, consolidation once again up about 1.59%. You can see over the last 7 days, Bitcoin has done pretty much sideways trading. We have Ethereum. No, we're starting to see some movement here, but it's nothing to like gloat over. Over the past 7 days, we've really moved up and down about 2 or 3%. There's some cryptos that are doing much, much, much worse. Tron, Solana, Shiba. I think Solana has something to do with the Sam Bankman-Fried SBF movement nonsense that's happening right now. But yeah, that was a pretty crazy manipulation that came smashing down on the markets here. I know you guys are focused on XRP, and I didn't originally have a symmetrical triangle forming here, and I still don't know if I truly believe it, and I could delete it, but I just wanted to show you why I thought this was, because if you look on the daily here, you could see we might be actually forming something like this. It's too early to tell here, but we are starting to have resistance. We are starting to have supports, not 3 confirmations, which I need to be which I need confirmed to say that this is a symmetrical triangle, but I'm just leaving it here for right now because I do think it is starting to form. Regardless, we are kind of just floating sideways here, and honestly, I think there's not going to be much movement. The most that could happen within XRP is we fall back down like 33 cents or 30 cents here as the market shifts us within the major cryptos. But if you focus on XRP, you're going to be confused because there's no indicators right now that are screaming, hey, this is what's going to happen next, or this is when it's going to happen. So that's why I haven't been focusing on XRP right now, because we've been kind of stagnant here until something starts to form. The most that can see happening, yes, we've reversed back up to 37 cents the previous time before we exploded. floated here, which is great. But are we going to fill in the gap here? Are we going to fill in the gap here? We don't know. Regardless, we're inside a pretty solid support level. We did not break through the floor at 30 cents, which would have been horrible. And I literally mean horrible if we broke through this floor here. We didn't, which means we're most likely going to be just kind of trending sideways for right now, floating until some sort of movement happens. There's a possible bullish cross on the Bollinger Bands, or sorry, on the MACD, which is definitely a good sign. Maybe we'll start to recover out of this. That's the hope, but I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. It's too early to tell. It's kind of impossible. I'm leaving it on the 4-hour. You let me know what you guys think. Are we forming some sort of symmetrical triangle? We didn't break through what could have been a double bottom here. So maybe a symmetrical triangle that you can see right now is starting to pan out. Regardless, we do know confirmed Ethereum and Bitcoin definitely have these symmetrical triangles. Unfortunately, these typically have a bearish bias. Usually what happens is once we have a bearish or we fall into a symmetrical triangle, the result is usually another pullback to the downside here, which would suck, but I'm leaning more towards that. I know I responded to a few of you guys' comments here saying otherwise, the possibilities of seeing a breakout. We had somebody comment that October 14th right over here was pretty much the break, not for Ethereum. It's actually easier on October 14th for Bitcoin here. You can see right around here was the October 14th. Where is it? Right here was the October 14th break. Pretty much when we started to trend away from the major descending fractal that we've had on Bitcoin here. But regardless, just because we do that doesn't necessarily mean we're entering a bull market, or any sort of rush or run or bull run to the upside here. The best I could say, the possibilities that we've seen before is because we broke out of this major descending fractal here, which again, we had a bullish run. We broke into it. We broke up into it. So this has a rally to the upside. And then the opposite, if we saw a channel like this, we have something like this. This typically falls to the downside. So this is the opposite, which is usually a bullish bias for something like I just drew. We could be bouncing off this support and then heading up. It's definitely a big possibility, but I don't know when that's going to happen, and that's pretty worrisome for me. And this, on a shorter scale, 4-hour, is a sign of a dump. This is a sign that we fall lower, and that's something you guys have to think about and consider the possibilities of that happening. Now, S&P is also going to influence this, both Bitcoin and Ethereum. These are both bearish bias, symmetrical triangles that are forming. You can see here on the daily for the S&P 500, we have a similar thing. We fell into this. You can see we're falling in to this, and this usually ends in a negative correction here. You can see we are holding on pretty well right now, but I do think we're a little too high up. We did get rejected clearly off the weekly here. You can see weekly candle is red, and I do strongly believe that this could cause for a dump. And the reason I believe that is when you take a little further approach and you look at what's actually forming. We've been in a descending fractal since the Fed started raising interest rates. You can see from the beginning here, we've started to raise interest rates, and it's just done nothing but pull us lower. And we've been in this negative channel here. So until we break that, it's pretty hard to say that we're going to head up, especially because you can see what we're approaching now. So if we, slice the fat off and get rid of this, which is just all fat. This is all fat. This is all inflation. This is all mega interest rates, dumping money into the economy. If you take that out and you ignore that, I wonder if there's a way I could do that. I don't even know. But if we blocked this out and you no longer see that, let's say I can change the color to black. Okay. So let's block this out. We don't want to look at this anymore. This is all bad. I'm trying to color this in so you guys kind of ignore it here. We're going to ignore all this because this is all mega interest. That was all mega manipulation here. If we get rid of that and you extend the look, it doesn't look too bad. We've been trending inside. And if we nuke that and get rid of it and don't pay attention to it, maybe we even jump to the monthly here, you can see what's actually happening. So for the longest time, we've actually been kind of trending. Dang, I didn't want that to happen. Let's see if that now works. Yes. Okay. So you can see now for the entirety of it, we've been inside this white band for all of pretty much the length of the S&P since I was, relevant here since 08, 09 here. You can see for the most part, we've been inside this channel here. So when we're up top here, we typically tend to dump. You can see we hit this, we break down. We hit this, we break down. We hit it, we break down. So on and so forth. We get rid of this. This should have scaled us lower. We should have trended inside, but no, we created mega inflation. But you can see here we are again retesting top resistance. This hopefully will cause us to fall downwards, and so we can just kind of continue the trend inside of this channel instead of breaking out of it. Not what I wanted to do. Instead of breaking out of it to the upside and doing some crazy mega interest, mega inflation thing too, which I don't think is going to happen. And with everything kind of back to normal here, there's a good chance we're going to stay in it, which means we're going to reject from it and we're going to pull to the downside. That's truly where I see this, and hopefully I explained that enough for you guys to understand what exactly is going on here. Not what I wanted to delete. Let's zoom in so I can get a better look. Okay, so you can kind of understand what I'm trying to say is that there's a lot of resistance right now on the S&P that's going to most likely cause this to pull lower, or not even that low. We could just kind of stagnate inside of it, which would be great, and then we don't fall. But I think we're going to reject off this because we have moving average, because we have this uptrend as a resistance, we have a downtrend acting as resistance inside this fractal. A lot's going to say, hey, rejection, and we pull lower, and I think that is going to influence very much so. And also this is a bearish sign. I think it's all going to influence Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP to pull lower in the short term. That's surely what I think. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Obviously, we do all our trades on BitYard, #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange that I like to use here on the channel. Make sure to smash the like button, turn on those notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.